Hindi ako expert, hindi ako magaling, hindi ako kasing galing ng iba, konti pa lang ang followers ko saka ko nalang gagawin 'yan, hindi ko kaya 'yan. Sounds familiar? These questions or these statements, might be something familiar to you, maybe nasabi niyo na once or twice in your life, now that you're pursuing for growth, now that you're pursuing for success in life, maybe nasabi niyo na yung mga gano'ng words, and similar statements to that. And that is imposter syndrome. I know, maybe a lot of us are experiencing this one. So I would want to talk about this, Monday as we begin this, week ahead of us. It's nice to be reminded or talk about this one. Ano nga ba yung imposter syndrome? So imposter syndrome is a feeling that you've somehow fooled everyone into thinking that you're more competent than you really are. So even though, you may feel have external evidences of your success, of your skills, of your talent, you don't feel like you deserve it. You might, constantly worry that you'll be exposed as a fraud. So ayun yung imposter syndrome, no? So how does it really play, in our lives? No, it's actually everyone is, vulnerable for this one. No one is exempted. Kasi even very successful people, even people that, have large number of followers or have built their, established themselves, they still experience this one. Um, Here's how imposter syndrome, play out in our growth journey. So number one, it's discounting your accomplishments. For example, you win a prestigious award or you were able to accomplish something, a win, maybe, no matter how big or small it is in your work, in your personal life, but you convince yourself that it's nothing or it's just a fluke that the competition was just, something weak or you achieve this out of luck, something like that. Yung parang wala kang kumpiyansa sa sarili mo na even though clear na, you're gaining traction, you're gaining followers, you're having wins, you're having awards, you still feel doubtful sa sarili mo. Another thing is fear of being exposed. Yung fear of being exposed, you get promoted, for example, to a leadership position, na-promote ka, whatever, no? Whatever promotion but you're terrified, no? That you won't be able to handle the responsibility and you feel fear that everyone will just find out na fraud ka or underqualified ka pala talaga. That fear of being exposed is something related to imposter syndrome. Another is, you attribute your success to external factors. So you give a successful presentation, for example, successful deliverables that you have, a good discovery call, a good consultation call, anything, you know. But you tell yourself it was just because, of the external factors. Maganda kasi yung slides ko, natulungan kasi ako ng ganito, ganito kasi yung ginawa ko, kinopya ko lang si ganito, no? And baka yung audience, mabait lang talaga sila, in-affirm lang nila ako, binalidate lang nila ako, but in reality talaga namang hindi talaga ako magaling. So, there's a lot of things pa na related to that, but I think with those examples, you can relate one or two, or you have similar situations in your life that you experience those things. Because imposter syndrome can be particularly harmful because it can hold you back from taking, new challenges or reaching your full potential as a person. And worst, no, imposter syndrome can actually lead you to anxiety and depression. Kasi yung feel mo na hindi ka na nag-grow, yung feel stuck ka na, you feel overwhelmed, you feel nothing's happening, is because you're always giving into imposter syndrome. So, ang tanong, no, why do people who are, aiming for growth experience imposter syndrome? So there are a few reasons. I would like to highlight three things also again, no. Number one is high standards. Kasi ambitious people often set the bar very high for themselves. So kung ambitious na tayo, we're aiming for success, we're aiming for growth, mataas kaagad yung standard natin. We might constantly compare, ourselves to others because they perceive us more successful, mas magaling sila, no? And it leads to feelings of inadequacy. Feeling mo inadequate ka despite na able ka naman, capable ka naman, talented ka naman, pero na-overwhelm ka na. Kasi ang taas na ng standard na sinet mo tapos kino-compare mo pa yung sarili mo sa iba, na ganito sila dapat ganito ako. Pero dahil nga ang layo ng gap, you fail to see your potential as a person. Hindi mo nakikita yung special, unique abilities or capabilities mo, no? And yung perfectionism na kailangan perfect muna bago mo i-execute, it fuels yung imposter syndrome natin. No, as any mistake or shortcoming feels like a major failure na agad. Nawawala yung factor na we are in a constant learning process every day, no matter how big, how successful, or how small or starting you are right now. So, we have to, make ourselves as the benchmark for this one. Number two, fear of failure. The drive to succeed can be intertwined with fear of failing. Kasi someone with imposter syndrome, no, might worry that one mistake will expose them as a fraud, as failure, as useless, as worthless person. So they become afraid to take risks or put themselves out there to show up. No, and this can really limit a person's growth and learning opportunities. Kasi nga sinarado mo na yung opportunities. Kasi takot ka mag-take risk, takot ka na ma-judge, takot ka mag-fail. You don't anymore open yourself for new learnings and new things. And last siguro is focusing on number three. The factor is focusing on external validation. So some high achievers, rely heavily on external validation to feel good about themselves. So awards, promotions, or praise that can be assuring, reassuring, no, affirming, no. But imposter syndrome can make them doubt the sincerity of that praise. They might constantly seek external approval, never feeling secure in their own abilities. Ito yan, no? So, a person with really an imposter syndrome, yung kahit pinupuri ka na or you are receiving congratulations. Ako, experiences, no, that I'm showing up, no? Every time I'm receiving comments or some, affirmations from my network or from my circle, minsan nakatatanong ko na rin sa sarili ko, do I deserve this? Parang, totoo ba talaga 'to? Parang, deserve ko ba 'to? And you know, those things tells us that we're focusing so much on external validation. Parang nagiging rejectful tayo dun sa mga dapat natatanggap naman talaga natin. So, it is really important, no, to remember that imposter syndrome is common and it doesn't mean that you're not successful. So, by recognizing the signs and understanding the causes, you can learn to challenge these negative thoughts and focus on the evidence of your abilities. You have to focus on yourself na, "Uy, kaya ko 'to. I have this potential. I have this gift. I have this talent that I am willing to share to the people around the world or to the people around me, to the people who needs it." No? So the next question would be, now that we're aware of imposter syndrome, how to overcome now over this imposter syndrome. So, overcoming imposter syndrome is a process. It's not an overnight process, but there are steps that we can take, no, to quiet that inner critic in us, no? Kasi unang-una sa imposter syndrome kasi parang ano yan, eh, you become the first basher of yourself, you know? I have this friend nga na gumawa kami ng content 'no, last weekend, and then on my end, it's good 'no, but sa kanya sobrang parang pangit na pangit siya, ayaw niya i-post, parang he doesn't feel about feel confident about it. Kasi meron pa yung imposter syndrome na kailangan perfect, kailangan lahat ganito, kailangan sobrang ganda. No, no. So, here are the things na puwede nating gawin in order for us to overcome that. So, una, we have to challenge our thoughts. When self-doubt, creeps in our system, no, write down the negative thoughts. Eto, puwede niyong try ito, and then challenge them with evidence of your skills. Tapatan niyo, ano na ba yung meron kayo ngayon? Ano na yung mga na-accomplish niyo? Kung wala pa, ano yung mga sa tingin niyong kaya niyong gawin at gugustuhin niyong gawin para ma-challenge yung mga thoughts na yun, yung mga negative things na yun. So this can actually help you, no, reframe your thinking and see yourself uh, in a more positive light, in a more optimistic light, no, na, oh, oo nga pala, I have these abilities pala that I can do and showcase, no, to challenge these negative things or negative thoughts that I have. You become more optimistic of what you can do versus what you cannot. So, number two, you have to focus on progress and not on perfection. Kasi instead of, striving for flawlessness, celebrate your progress and growth, you know, uh, I mean, instead of, striving for perfection, sobrang perfect talaga dapat, smooth, ganun. You have to celebrate your mini progress, your wins, your growth. No matter how small or big it is, again, no, celebrate it. Have to recognize that everyone um, makes mistakes and view them as learning opportunities. So every time that you actually make a mistake, mas positive and mas confident ka na, okay, this is a learning step for me. I'll do better next time. Instead of, nagkamali ako, di na ako tutuloy kasi it's not for me pala. Sumuko ka na kaagad, no? No? So you have to focus on your progress, on your journey, no? And not really on the perfection. Last would be, ito, same naman, no? Celebrate your achievements. Keep a record of your achievements, ilista mo, mas maganda, ino-note nyo talaga. Kung may journal kayo, you have to write it on your journal. No, big and small, no matter what it is, when self-doubt hits, basahin mo ulit yun. Revisit mo yung note mo na, okay, this is me. This is what I've done. This is what I'm striving for. Para ma-reaffirm ka, kasi yung sarili mo, you have to make yourself believe sa sarili mo unang-una bago paniwalain yung iba na ikaw nagtitiwala at may kumpiyansa ka sa sarili mo. So, um, I just want to balikan ko lang yung mga statements na sinabi ko kanong umpisa 'no, kasi I've seen this from the content of Louis Baarde, isang TikTok content creator 'no. Sabi niya, yung part na, hindi ako expert 'no, lalo na sa atin na we're trying to build ourselves or our brand here in the digital space 'no. 'Pag sinabi mo 'yan, hindi mo kailangan maging expert for you to be out there, for you to show up. Kasi people are not really looking for experts already. They're looking for people that they can relate to, that they can connect genuinely. And you actually become an expert along the way. As long as you become authentic, kung ano yung binibigay mong value, no? Yung expertise na yan, it will just, come afterwards. And yung hinahanap ng tao, yung nakaka-relate sila na, "Uy, meron akong taong kakilala or I'm looking up to someone na hindi naman expert but I can really relate to because yung story niya parang story ko din." Imagine if that is your motivation in putting yourself out there, in showing up, 'no, hindi mo kailangang maging expert. Yung hindi ako kasing galing ng iba, think of this, never compare yourself to others. You can actually treat others as a role model or as an inspiration, but never compare yourself to others. You are different from others. You are your own unique person. You are the best version of yourself. And definitely that person that you have, no? You will create an impact of your own, no? And yung paniniwala sa sarili mo na you have, something to contribute to the world, napakahalaga nun. Na every one of us, have our own contribution to this world. So, never compare yourself to others. Yung onti pa lang followers ko, di mo na ako show up or I don't deserve to, create content kasi konti lang naman followers ko. No, you know? Kaya nga dapat mag-start gumawa ng content ngayon, eh, or this is the time to actually show up kasi people are looking for quality connections. People are looking for, genuine uh contents that, no matter how small your following is, gaano karami yung engagements niyan, ang importante you're putting yourself out there as a person, as a real person na you would want to build genuine and quality connection lang sa audience. And yung followers na yan, kaya ka nalang mag-grow because, you know, na-build mo yung ganong klase ng connection to other people. And you don't have to prove anything first before you put yourself out there. You just have to be there. You just show up and everything will just follow. And lastly is yung hindi ko kaya yan, hindi ako magaling diyan, hindi that's not for me or yung mga ganong klase ng statements that we have as in the imposter syndrome. You have to build trust in yourself. And how are you going to build trust in yourself? You have to make yourself confident. Mag-invest ka sa sarili mo, you know, tingnan mo yung abilities mo, kung sa tingin mo kulang yung skills mo, then what's stopping you from actually learning a new skill or developing something that would be an expertise for yourself? You know, you have to build your trust first, no, sa sarili mo bago mo paniwalain yung iba, no? Kasi people will just follow, if they feel na you are confident with yourself, people will just follow you, you know. Um, yung mga hindi mo kaya, magagawa mo siya. Kasi gumawa ka ng way for you to be able to do that. No, kung mag-i-stay ka na lang dun sa hindi ko kaya yan, hindi ko na lang siya gagawin, kailan pa? So, yun lang, na medyo napahaba but I think this is really something a good, really very good topic to discuss kasi people who are aiming for, growth, success in life, usually nararamdaman to. And a lot of statements pa, a lot of ways or, you have your own version of it, of how imposter syndrome really hits you hard. Kasi limiting beliefs din to. And if we're constantly giving into it, we're never going anywhere. We will remain stuck, you know, overwhelmed, stagnant. So it's nice that we're aware of it para alam din natin how we're going to handle it. So, yun lang. Happy Monday again, everyone, and God bless.